Hi everybody, I'm back into my buying property in Spain videos. Now, I've done quite a few of them now, and I think back every year since I've been here, I've always done videos about the winter. Now obviously guys, this is aimed at people thinking about moving to Spain more than people who's actually living here, even though I do know some people that have moved to Spain and suddenly realised maybe they're not in the most warmest spot. Now this is what I'm always bang on about. Do your research, guys. And what I mean by research is actually come to Spain in the summer and in the winter just to see if you can cope with the climates, because they are pretty extreme. If you was up the north of Spain, then you're going to be very similar to the UK. If anything, might be even colder, especially where I am. I'm in the southeast of Spain, the Costa Colada, the Murcia region, and then you haven't got to go far. If you go about an hour's drive up the north of Murcia, where you're going up, the temperature is a lot different, and we're talking probably 5 degrees difference in temperature. So especially in the winter months, I mean, you're talking really from sort of December, probably right up to April. It can be pretty cold. Now today, I got up, I was about to go in the car to go out, and my ice warning thing on, the screen was already iced over, and we're pretty not far from the sea really. We're probably about 15-20 minute drive to the sea. It was all iced up. I think it was 3 degrees, which is, to me, because I've been living here now, it's pretty cold. Now, one of the things I do say, guys, is if you're looking at property, if it's got central heating, fantastic. That's a big saving. But if you're looking at a property and it hasn't got any heating at all, it might have a log fire, which looks nice, but is it going to be effective? Because I can assure you, just a log fire is not. Now, obviously, depending on where you go in Spain, that is going to differ as well. Now, where we are, we can only have oil or pellet burner, pellet capsules. We've got no gas here, but I know if I went down to the town of Mazarron, they've got piped in gas. So something to think about, guys. Now, I know obviously a lot of the newer properties, a lot of the modern properties have this sort of hot and cold ventilation system. I don't know how effective it is. Obviously, if it's new, then I suppose it's going to be more cost effective. I can't say how well that is. And I would imagine also a lot of the newer properties will come insulated. Now, a lot of especially the property I'm in, it's supposed to be insulated, but it's not. It's like our buildings that I'm staying in are prefab. They're pretty thin. Once you turn the heating off, you've lost the heat. You can install double glaze, and I have known people of cladding the outside. Yeah, I suppose it works, but it's an extra cost. And I think this is the thing. If you are looking for a bargain, make sure it has some sort of heating. Now, I know a lot of other people, because we've got air conditioning machines, pretty new, and you can in the winter time, you can turn them on as heaters. Now, I'm not so keen having the aircon on as a heater really, because all it's doing is blowing out hot air. To me, it's a bit annoying, but I know a lot of people seem to do that. And I can't see any problem with using aircon machines, but then make sure that they're pretty new, guys. So when you're coming over, you should get some idea from the agent. The agent will give you, obviously, the spill on if it's got a fire, if it's got air conditioning, that's fantastic. Obviously, central heating is a bonus, because obviously if the property hasn't got those sort of things, then you're going to have to maybe barter with the client that's selling to knock the price down, obviously, to have these things installed. And obviously if it's an older property, now I suppose if you're buying an old farm building, now I've been out in the country, a lot of the old farm builds are really thick walls, so obviously that will keep it cool and keep the warmth in as well. But obviously things like windows and door frames probably need to be looked at. So just take a little bit of time. I always put this shot up. I think I've been in Spain for about a year, 2016, coming up for that winter. It snowed. It's never snowed on Campersol. Somebody said in about 30 or 40 years. And frankly, it only lasted a day. But I know just up the road, the Sierra Spooner and that area there, they get snow nearly every year. Not too bad, but it's still really cold. And I know the guys that up that way obviously have their fires on nearly all the time. And I know I've heard of some people down near Granada, because this is another area that I checked out when I was moving to Spain. I went down to Granada. I didn't go down into the town. I went just a bit outside of Granada. It was, I can't believe, because it's nearer the south anyway, it was freezing. And I know a couple of people have already contacted me over the past year, saying they're moving over this way because it's a little bit warmer. I mean, obviously the other thing is, I know it's going off subject because we're talking about the winter, but in the summer it can get really hot. And I know obviously a lot of people will buy holiday homes and they'll probably come out in the winter months. But even if you're coming out in the winter months, guys, you do need a nice warm place. So hopefully that is some help to you guys. I know I always bang on about heating. I mean, I feel the cold. I mean, I come from sunny Dorset when it was pretty cold. I think we had the heating on nearly all year round anyway. And coming here, I'm sort of climatised to the warmer weather, but I do feel it, especially this time of year, in the shade, or if it's a little bit windy, it can be really cold. So just make sure, as I always say, don't rush things, guys. Come out, try and come out during the winter months, and just make sure that it's for you, because at the end of the day, you don't want to move out here and you're no better off, or you just haven't got the money to spend on these sort of things, or your property expenditure just goes up and up because you're trying to make the place more homely for yourself and a bit more comfortable, whereas you don't want to come to a place where it's just it's uncomfortable, especially if you're sat in the evening there and you're freezing because you can't afford. I mean, that's another thing. Can't afford to have the heating on because you're worrying about the oil price, or the price of pellets, or the price of gas. Yeah. So, as I always say, guys, got to keep watching if you miss something. Now, next month, I'm hoping I'll be talking about costs. I haven't done costs for a couple of years now. Now, things have gone up in price, you know, as always, fuel, food, things like that. But has it gone up a great amount? I'll be talking about that. So, keep watching, and I'll catch you on the next video, which is next month.